What's going on, Leaguers? Welcome to the Spectacular Spoiler League. I'm the Pandan Superman, the mayor of Hype City, HazyRome, and as always, I'm joined by the Gotham Knight, the Prime Minister of Post-Production, DeepBoyce. And today's a special day because me and DeepBoyce have seen the Avengers Infinity War trailers. Yes, that is right. The culmination of everything from Iron Man 1 to now is out there, baby.
Oh my God. There, almost a decade's worth of Marvel movies.
2008 was the first Iron Man movie, man.
Coalescing, coming together. And I mean, me and Hazy and I, to use proper grammar, we spent like 2 hours just talking about it and just going through as much as we can.
Definitely.
Just it blew our minds. It blew our minds, and we're in for a treat. Sure. What a time to be alive.
With that being said, guys, we are going to talk about the top 5 things we've noticed in the Avengers Infinity War trailer. Now, this is not necessarily going to be in any particular order. We're just going to go through the 5 things that we noticed and have a conversation about it. But with that being said, DeepBoyce, where are we starting off at, man?
I mean, we got to talk about the man or the guy or the Mad Titan, rather, who possibly stole the show or is going to steal the show that we've been waiting for a decade now. Your boy Thanos coming full force.
Full force, my man. He's not holding back.
He is not holding back. He's putting his money where his mouth is, and he's destroying everything he needs to destroy. We don't know what his goal is. I mean, he said in the trailer that he's apparently trying to bring balance to the universe. I mean, in the Infinity War storyline, he was, I guess, smitten with the personification of death, who was, I guess, a woman, and he fell in love, and he was trying to win her love by destroying everything and controlling everything. He killed like half of everything in existence. It doesn't seem like that's what's going to happen in this, so we don't know what his ulterior motive is, but my man is doing it with flair. Yeah,
I mean, he's straight up snuffing people in the ground. Not gonna shite out of Iron Man, snuff Spider-Man into the ground. You know, your man Peter Parker like, I'm sorry, he over there weeping and whatnot. Thanos is putting in that work, laying the smacking down on the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy because we see Star-Lord fighting. I mean, the dude, he straight up, there was a moment at the end of the trailer where he uses the Infinity Gauntlet to call down like what I can only describe as Cloud's limit break from Final Fantasy VII. That was insane, like a meteor shower, essentially. I don't know what that was. I don't know if it was
nuts.
I don't know if it was debris or what, but he just called that down and just like, I don't know who he was calling out, who he was calling it down on, but that person may not be alive after that point, man. I mean, he was looking crazy wild in that trailer, man.
I mean, let's just say, from what we saw, a little bit we saw in the trailer, he's not in full gear. I mean, I forget which after movie credits we first saw Thanos where he had all his gear on and he had the gauntlet with maybe not all the jewels on. But in this trailer,
it was Avengers Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron. We saw him in his full regalia. But in this trailer, we just kind of saw him in, I don't know, like a V-neck and some jeans. I don't know. He looked very casual. But he did have the
Club Monaco before he came out there. Club Monaco. Real quick, grab some threads before he came out to whip some Avenger ass, man. He's a guy, I need to look fresh out here. Death may be watching.
But he didn't have like his crown and everything. He just had the Infinity Gauntlet. And we don't exactly know if he had all the gems, but he had some of the gems out there. And he was, you know, teleporting his way through. He was, like Hazy said, controlling meteors and comets.
I don't know what that was, but it was something.
Just the whole sky. Maybe it was just a dust attack. It was just look beyond bananas. It seems he destroyed entire solar systems.
Thanos was like, "Yo, it's cloudy with a chance of meatballs." He's just dropping some fiery meatballs on people's heads.
And he's also, I guess, attacking Earth. And we also know it was confirmed during, I think it was D23 actually. That they showed the whole Black Order. There's, I guess, concept art or just like final rendered images of Thanos and the Black Order. That's basically like his crew, like his Avengers, so to speak.
Yeah, they had some like, you know, scaled models basically. Yeah, some like toys essentially. Yeah,
so
statuettes.
He's coming for the Avengers. He's coming for Earth. Again, we don't know what it is he's doing. but he's not playing around.
He's not playing around, and Josh Brolin sounds both intimidating and yet calm and very self-assured and confident. Like Josh Brolin sounds, I mean, I hate to say it this way, but he sounds perfect as Thanos.
Yep.
I was very creeped out by his voice in the trailer and intimidated by his portrayal of Thanos. Excellent.
Totally.
On to the next one though. Cap Bucky in Wakanda with Black Panther featuring M'Baku, tearing shit up. I don't know what to do. It seems like they're defending Wakanda from something.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a callback to the comics when the Skrulls tried to take over Wakanda. They tried to attack, and Black Panther and the Wakandans basically stopped them. I mean, it was like during a period of time where, Marvel's just crazy with the crossover events in the comics. And, you had the Skrulls coming after Wakanda. Then you had Atlantis coming after Wakanda. Then you had Doctor Doom coming after Wakanda. And nobody was able to take Wakanda. So it's possible that in this movie, the first maybe glimmer of hope will be Black Panther, Bucky Barnes, Captain America, and the Wakandans fighting back. I don't know, some Cloverfield creatures. We still don't know what the heck these things are. We couldn't even get like a good view of them, but they look.
I don't know
bananas.
if they're Chitauri or what, man. I don't know what those things are, but they're finding some creatures and it looks freaking crazy.
It looks nuts, and I mean, we were talking about this. Hazy made a great point. Marvel's out here giving us what we never knew we wanted, and I think that trifecta of because Winter Soldier is one of the dopest characters in recent years. Like ever since Civil War. I mean, that character is crazy dope.
I would say even since Winter Soldier, even before that.
Even before that.
Yeah.
Captain America in the MCU, I think, is an awesome character. And Black Panther, I mean, there's not much that needs to be said about how awesome Black Panther has been portrayed. I mean, those three together, working together, whooping ass. If they made a movie, Captain America, was it 3 at this point? Right?
Captain America 4, technically.
4?
Because Captain America Civil War was Captain America 3.
So if they made Captain America 4, and those are the 3 main characters, that would be an awesome movie right there.
If they had like a team-up movie with those 3 dudes, man, I think I would wet my jammies, bro. I think I'd be wearing my jammies, and it wouldn't be with P. It would be with some sexual juices. I would be lit, brother. I would be hype, man. I mean, we're actually going to talk about Cap a little bit in our next thing. But our next thing is we just noticed some attire that people were rocking. So we got Spider-Man in the Iron Spider suit. That, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Spider-Man Homecoming, that you see at the end of Spider-Man Homecoming, that suit is pure. Talking about sexual juices. That suit is singing the songs that I need to hear in my eyes and in my mind, bro. That song is fantastic, man. It's a beautiful suit.
That suit is c'est magnifique.
C'est magnifique.
As Batroc would say. Batroc was a character from Winter Soldier. But anyway, it was amazing. You get some amazing shots of that suit in action.
Yep. Definitely.
He's fighting
got the glowing eyes, which he's had in the comics from time to time. Peter Parker currently has that in the Amazing Spider-Man comics right now. Looks phenomenal. Looks phenomenal.
Amazing. And we also see a new Iron Man suit. I mean, it seems like every time Iron Man is in a movie, he has a new suit.
Right? It comes with the territory, man. Them toy sales, Marvel's not going to say no to that, man. They try to make that moolah, man.
But I'm all for that. I mean, that it perfectly captures the essence of that character, he's always tinkering and always has new suits. And he has a brand new suit that seems a little bit more muscular, and there's more bells and whistles to it.
The trap muscles and the shoulder chest area look a lot more robust, almost like it's like a heavy duty, like extra power suit. But it's not obviously the Hulkbuster size, but definitely looks bigger on Tony Stark or Robert Downey Jr.'s frame, if you will.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I wanted to say something about his suit because I know he has the retractable helmet. As of Spider-Man Homecoming, he has the helmet that kind of just like retracts into his suit. Actually, that actually was Captain America Civil War. That was the first time you see it. But I also noticed there was a scene where Spider-Man also does not have his mask on. And I was wondering, it being the Iron Spider suit that he's wearing, I was wondering if maybe he has a retractable mask. I don't know if he does. They don't show anything to give us that. But that would be kind of hot if his mask kind of like retracted into his suit. I'm just saying.
That would be beyond awesome.
That would be awesome, man. That's all I'm saying. He looks great in the suit. Yeah. Looks fantastic. But sorry, continue what you were saying.
No, I was gonna say. I mean, you caught that Captain America also happens to have a new suit. Something.
Yes.
Some sort of Wakandan inspired suit, or maybe it was a suit that was done in the comics. I don't know if you'd like to elaborate on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not quite a suit that has been featured in comics. It looks really like some, black tactical gear. Mm-hmm. But I think what it's inspired by is Captain America rocking the nomad persona. So there have been times in the comics where Steve Rogers has not been Captain America, and he's, donned an identity known as nomad. Now, you could look up said identity, but his identity is known for wearing black and the garb. Yeah. And he kind of, basically has like tactical gear. And if you look on his shoulders, obviously you can't see it because you haven't seen the trailer, but I have. If you look on his shoulders, he kind of has like, like the gun holsters that like cops wear.
Yeah.
So he kind of has like that around his shoulder, something that looks like that on his shoulders, kind of implying he has that, tactical gear where he can hold the gun. I don't know if he has a gun, who knows? But I think there's a point in the comics where Steve Rogers became, disillusioned with the U.S. government. So he basically abandoned the Captain America identity because he felt like he couldn't serve in America the way he wanted to. Yeah. And, he became nomad as a result, which is very similar to what he did in Civil War. He dropped the shield, and that was very much him saying, you know what, Tony, you're right. I don't deserve to be Captain America after what I've done. He's got the beard going on, different hairstyle, a little bit longer hair, I think. He looks like completely different. I mean, he's on the run. He's a fugitive. Yeah. Hannibal Buress says that in Spider-Man Homecoming, as the gym teacher, he's like, yo, pretty sure Captain America is a fugitive. And 100% he is. So he's actually, we've been calling him Captain America, but he's very much not Captain America in this trailer, man.
Yeah. No, yeah.
But what do we notice next?
Yeah.
Or rather, what didn't we notice?
One thing that I guess caught our attention was there were a number of characters that were not shown in the trailer and may or may not be in this movie. And we'll get into that a little bit more towards the end of the video. But obviously, I mean, they're going to have an enormous cast for this and whatever the sequel is to this movie.
Oh, yeah. They've confirmed like 60 plus like characters from the comics are going to be in this. It's insane. Yeah. It's insane. So, the Russo brothers got a tall task.
So it would be kind of crazy to have everyone, to throw everyone in there to just kind of just remind us, hey, we have this character, we have that character, and, et cetera, et cetera. Right. But I don't know. We still think that there were some notable exceptions from this trailer, such as Hawkeye and Black Widow.
Ant-Man,
who we didn't see.
Also War Machine. Don Cheadle confirmed that he's gonna be in Infinity War. He's been doing press for it as of D23. That's the Disney Expo event. I'm not sure if we said that earlier in the video. And he already confirmed that not only is Rhodey back, but he's also going to be War Machine, despite the semi-paralysis we left him in at the end of Captain America Civil War. So yeah, I mean, hopefully they give him a new suit, and hopefully he doesn't risk his freaking life, man. Dude almost lost his legs, the use of his legs, man. It's crazy.
Well, he needs to stay away from Captain Marvel then.
Speaking of Captain Marvel, man, because Captain Marvel, she might she could break a man's legs if she feels like. You never know. I don't know. She was getting tight during that Civil War II event in the comics. She was hurting everybody. But Captain Marvel is another character who didn't see in the trailer. Now you're wondering, I thought Captain America or Captain Marvel was having her own solo movie sometime after the Avengers. You'd be correct in saying that. But a couple months ago, the Russo brothers kind of let slip that Captain Marvel was going to be in the movie. They were just name dropping characters, and they were at this event at the Smithsonian Institute, and they said Captain Marvel, and somebody in the crowd was like, "Oh, is that did you really mean to say Captain Marvel?" And they were like, they legitimately might have blown that she's in the movie. I don't think they would have showed her in the trailer anyway. It wouldn't make sense. She's obviously going to be a character they want to reveal, probably in the movie. Maybe they show a glimpse of her in a, the next trailer that they end up, showing off after this one gets released. But I don't know.
I mean, you know, there was some news coming out of San Diego Comic-Con real quick about Captain Marvel, you know, and
Sure.
and that's that what her movie is going to be in the 90s. So it's not necessarily going to conflict with her solo movie, I don't think, and whatever happens in Infinity War if she's in it.
Right.
So, you know, there's a strong chance she'll be in this movie, and they're just kind of keeping her in the pocket alongside a number of other characters. And you never know if there's a new character that they throw in there or some new characters that are going to be introduced to the MCU that we don't even know about. We haven't even been thinking about. So, again, we didn't notice some of these characters. They may or may not be in the movie. But if they're not in the movie, that kind of brings up, I guess, our final point that we were kind of brainstorming as we saw this trailer. And that's the possibility that there may be 2 Avengers teams, or, you know, I guess we'll see the first squad of heroes in Infinity War, and then in Avengers 4. I mean, that's what the next movie is titled. We don't know if it's Infinity War Part 2 or what they're going to go with. There may be a B team of some of these characters we haven't seen kind of come in and maybe bolster their defenses or help in and, you know, kind of come in as the cavalry, because there are some heavy hitters that are going to be in this movie that we've seen, you know, such as Hulk, Thor, Doctor Strange, you got Iron Man, you got the Guardians of the Galaxy. But as we said before, there are characters kind of here on Earth. Maybe they'll be defending Earth. I mean, Cap and Black Panther and Bucky, maybe they're defending Earth, and they're here not just in Wakanda, but maybe after they fight back whatever forces are attacking them, go out into space to kind of help out Tony and the rest of the gang. And that could also include, you know, Captain Marvel, or, you know, I mean, Ant-Man, the Wasp, who, you know, they're going to have their movie's coming out July of 2018, next year.
Yeah, July 2018. It's currently slated for July 2018. It'll be right after, it'll be the movie following the Avengers Infinity War movie. So, you know, don't be surprised to see Wasp in that movie in Infinity War. I wouldn't be surprised if she was in it.
Yeah, no, definitely. And we don't know what role they're going to play because, again, we didn't see them in the movie. So maybe they're part of that B team that kind of comes in to kind of bolster their defenses. And then, you know, like Hazy said, no Hawkeye, no Black Widow, you know, War Machine, no War Machine. Maybe he'll come in and to help out. I mean, this is us hypothesizing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Russo brothers have kind of, I think it was either Russo brothers or Kevin Feige. It might have been Kevin Feige, actually. I've actually said that there's not going to be, like, when we say Avengers, you know, 2 Avengers squads, we don't mean like a separate team, because at the end of Civil War, you know, people were speculating that there would be, you know, an Avengers squad that would be operating on this under the Sokovia Accords, and then Steve Rogers would be leading the Ultimates, which is what happened in the comics after the Civil War event. Essentially, well, not directly after, because obviously Steve Rogers died in Civil War, but essentially 2 teams were created: the Ultimates and you know, the Avengers. But we don't mean it in that sense. We mean it like maybe there's a front line and, as Boyce said, reinforcements. So we know for sure, based on the trailer, that Doctor Strange, Star-Lord, Iron Man, Spider-Man are definitely fighting Thanos in space, or wherever that planet is they're fighting. Some type of red planet that they're fighting on. Maybe it looks like Nebula's there too.
Yeah.
So she might be there as well. But then, you know, for sure on Earth, you got Steve Rogers, Winter Soldier, Black Panther. It also looks like Scarlet Witch is on Earth too, because she's also in the trailer. You see her kind of like in this fiery environment.
And Gamora seems to be in that same area as well. I mean,
true.
And we also forgot to mention Loki. We're not exactly sure what role he plays in this.
Yeah, we see him grabbing the Tesseract in the trailer, actually, which is a little interesting because the Tesseract technically shouldn't exist in the form of the Tesseract, which is the Cosmic Cube. In Avengers Age of Ultron, they actually destroyed the Tesseract. And inside the Tesseract, was it the Tesseract? No, maybe that was the Mind Gem I'm thinking of, actually. That was the Mind Gem in Age of Ultron. So where's the Tesseract right now? That's the question. The Tesseract...
Wait, didn't it blow up in one of the Avengers movies?
The Tesseract. I don't know if it blew up in the Avengers movie. Definitely didn't blow up. It definitely still exists. But who has the Tesseract? I know who has the Tesseract. Asgard. They took the Tesseract. At the end of the first Avengers movie, Thor took the Tesseract with him
And then
to Asgard.
And in Thor 2, the Dark Elves didn't end up with it, right?
No, in Thor 2, I think Loki
he
fakes his death and he impersonates Odin. So he technically would have access to the Tesseract. We don't know what happens in Ragnarok yet because Ragnarok is not out.
Yeah, but it seems like this trailer kind of... I mean, this is, again, speculation, and this is huge spoilers for movies that aren't even out.
yeah, for sure.
But it seems Thor Ragnarok doesn't end so well for our...
Thor is essentially the beginning of this Avengers Infinity War trailer. Thor's like, essentially floating out in space. The Avengers are flying the ship in space, and they actually hit Thor. He lands on their windshield. And, it's very evident based on Thor's attire and his short hair that it's probably taking place close to Ragnarok. And, Kevin Feige and the Russo brothers and, everyone involved in, this whole thing has been saying that Ragnarok is actually going to tie very closely into Infinity War, more so than Black Panther is. Black Panther comes out February 2018. Ragnarok comes out November 2017. So although Black Panther comes after Ragnarok, it looks like Thor is going to tie more closely into Infinity War when that comes out. But, to tie into the idea of the A team and the B team, or, some type of reinforcements, there are plenty of Avengers who we haven't yet seen. And I think that's the cool thing. And there are plenty of Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy, who technically aren't Avengers, they're their own team, who can, contribute to this fight. Mantis is featured in the trailer, Drax, Gamora, Rocket, Team Groot is featured in the trailer. So there's plenty of people who can, join this fight, and it's gonna be a hell of a battle, man. I mean, Thanos was looking sick. Like that trailer blew my mind. That trailer blew my mind on all fronts.
Fantastic.
Marvel gave me things I didn't even know I wanted in that trailer. Like, I didn't even know I needed those things in my life. Fantastic.
They even gave you Quicksilver again.
They even gave us a shot of Quicksilver, which, we don't know why he appeared in the trailer. It could very much be a situation where the mind gem is at play, messing around, giving people visions, or Scarlet Witch a vision or something like that. Who knows? True. But even he makes a quick appearance, man. I don't know. But, guys, what are your expectations for Avengers Infinity War? What do you want to see in the movie? Let us know if you're hyped to see Thanos. Which characters do you think are going to die? Do you think people are going to get owned in this movie? We also see Bruce Banner in the trailer, too. You know what I'm saying? It'll be crazy to see Hulk go head-to-head with Thanos, if he ever does, and whether or not, he would come out on top. I don't know. But by all means, guys, we want to see your comments in the comment section, letting us know what you think of Avengers Infinity War and what you want to see. I mean, this is what we've been waiting for, people. This is what we've been waiting for, Lakers. But with that being said, me and DeepBoyce, we're getting out of Hall of Spoilers. We're going to go look for the Infinity Gauntlet so we can hide it from Thanos. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace
out.